In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your rear brakes on your Fiat 500. They're located behind the rear wheel. To remove our hubcap, we're going to slide a pry bar underneath, or you can use a hubcap removal tool. And you're going to work your way around until it pops off. Using a 17mm socket, we're going to remove our wheel fasteners. Remove your wheel. Using a 13mm socket, we're going to take out these two slide bolts. Set those aside. Using an 11mm socket, we're going to break free our bleeder screw. I'm going to do this so when we compress the piston, the old brake fluid comes out. You may have to work it back and forth if it feels stiff. All right, now you know that you can break that free. We can move on to taking out the caliper. Next, we're going to use a pry bar and pry away our caliper, the top part of it. We're just going to suspend this with a hanger if needed. Just be careful of that hose. And right there is probably good. Using a pry bar and a 12mm socket, we're going to loosen up these studs. Before we take that one completely out, we're going to do this other one. I'm going to use my socket and take them out the rest of the way. We're going to use a 13mm wrench and break free our caliper bracket. I'm going to break free my other one on the bottom. Once you get those free, you can use a ratchet wrench if needed. And take them out the rest of the way. Just make sure you get that out of there before you jam it up against the back. There's one. And two. Remove your rotor. Now we're going to clean this up. Use a wire brush. Get in that area here. Clean that off. Put some anti-seize on this. Put your rotor on, make sure you line up your holes, and install your guides. Gonna do hand tight for now. When the bracket's back on, we can tighten those down. Let's start by removing our pads. And our tins. Using a flathead screwdriver to help free it. I'm going to get in between here and just use a flathead screwdriver and get all that rust out. And we'll do the other side. Use a wire brush. Use a little brake clean. Keep down on the dust. Do the same on the other side. Clean it off. Put a little silicone paste on your bracket. I like to finger paint it on before putting my tins. Now you can put your tins on. The cleaner the bracket is, the better these will fit, and the easier it will be to put the pads in. So do all the prep work. Now we're going to take these out and clean in there. Remove the rubber, take out the pin. These actually look pretty good. And remove the rubber and remove the pin. I'm going to clean out these. I'm using a brush on a drill. I'm going to put some silicone paste in there. Now I'm going to look at my pin here. I'm going to wipe off what was on there before. Inspect it, make sure there's nothing, there's no pits or anything in there, or rust. I can pull this off. Make sure you still have your ridge there. Sometimes they wear away with age. Ours looks good. I'm going to add some silicone paste to this. Put this back on. You really want to get it in the ridges of this rubber piece. The boot because that's where it stores its silicone paste. Once you're done doing that, put it back on. And we'll add a little bit more. And put it in. Kind of work it in and out a little bit. Once you feel like you've done enough, you're going to push in, and you're going to use a flathead screwdriver and pick up this lip here and let the air out. You don't want air in there, that'll dry it up. Just don't puncture the boot. Wipe off the excess. And you're going to pull it out. There's still air in there. It should act like a vacuum and suck it back in. Once you feel like you have all the air out, you're going to move on. See how it pulls back in? That's what you want. Once you get that, you're going to move on to your other side and do the same exact thing. Now you want to wipe off your tins in case you got any of that on there. You don't want that. You want that dry. Let's install our pads. Make sure the small side is down and the rounded areas are up if your bracket is on your bench like this. You're going to slide this in like this, or from the back actually is easier. And it's a little tricky, but you got to kind of spin them up after you get them in. All right, after you spin it in, you're going to push it all the way back as far as it goes. Now we're going to install the other side. You're going to want your indicator here and on this side. Slide it in. Make sure there's enough space there to get it on the rotor. And let's go see our other end. Let's begin by cracking open this bleeder. There's several different types of tools you can use, but this particular piston spins in as you compress it, so you're going to need something to do that with. All right, so you're going to want to turn it in to compress the piston. Going to use an extension on your ratchet for this particular car because it's a little easier. Once it's all the way in, you're going to close down your bleeder. And we're going to clean up our mess. Make sure you hang up your caliper. And now we're going to install our bracket. You're going to slide it over the rotor. Line up your holes in the back. And you can start your bolts. For these, it's easiest if you can get them all the way in and then just have to torque them down if you can, since it's not a lot of room in there for a wrench or, a socket. Let's snug these up. The torque spec for these is 42 foot-pounds. However, if you can't get a torque wrench in there like us, you're just going to snug it down, and then try to go another quarter of a turn. Like that. So once it's tight, go another quarter. And you should be good. Next, we're going to put the top part of our caliper on. Take our hanger out of there. We don't need that anymore. Slide it on. Line up where your bolts go. And start your bolts. We're going to be torquing these to 25 foot-pounds. Now we're going to check our bleeder, make sure that's tight, and we're also going to tighten down our guides here. Snug it up. Put your cap back on. And now we're going to snug these up. To do that, we're going to make sure this doesn't spin. Just snug it up and do the other one. Good. Put your wheel on, make sure you line up these through the rim. Start your wheel fasteners by hand. You're going to tighten these in a crisscross pattern. We're going to be torquing our wheels with a 17mm socket to 63 foot-pounds. We're going to do that in a crisscross manner. To install your hubcap, you're going to line up your valve stem with the little divot in the hubcap first. And you're going to hold it still and just tap around. You may need a rubber mallet to assist you if it doesn't go on easily. Clean and inspect your cap. Take off your cap, look at it. It clearly states .3. Use what's recommended by your manufacturer for brake fluid. And let's top it off. I'm going to use a makeshift funnel here because it's such a hard one to get to. And I'm going to look for the line on the side. Mine's right here. You can see it on both sides. And you're going to fill it up to the max. Looks good. that drain. Put your cap back on, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.